Welcome to the Derek Show. One thing, this is a disclaimer. If you're a Christian or you have this ideology and you don't like to hear other ideologies, you probably want to hit the stop button. Has anyone ever been told or heard somebody say, "I found God"? And the question that I have, and the question that I'll present is, it's always puzzled me. Like, what happens when you find God? Is it like, are you like doing spring cleaning and you happen upon this box and look, I've never seen this before. I wonder what this is. And so you open it up and all of a sudden this bright light and like this, you found God. It just puzzles me. I'm like, is it like this book that you just put away and you forget about and all of a sudden it just appears to you? I don't know. But that's just kind of what I've been wondering, So if anybody has any, thoughts about the subject, I'd be really interested. Because I've not been really looking, but... And what happens if you don't ever find God? Are people have a treasure map and are looking all around? Oh, I've got to find God. Oh, he's right here. Is it a sunken treasure or something? And once again, for those who are Christian or whatever religion you are, I'm sorry. I do think I believe in God. I don't necessarily believe in the same God my father worshipped. He was very Southern Baptist. Oh, and that's another thing. Anybody who's Southern Baptist can attest to this. Anytime you tell somebody that you came from a Southern Baptist family, there's all of a sudden there's a pause, and then there's or oh my God, and it is true. It's all like fire and brimstone. I can remember, having nightmares of the end of the world. Jesus would be calling names, and my name was never called. And it was traumatic as a kid, And for many years, my father is very religious, very cult-like, but he's kind of like the do as I say, not as I do. He's very much a hypocrite. And if you're watching this, I love you, Daddy. Not really, but I'm not bitter. I'm not bitter. I think I've moved past that, I think. But anyways, back to fire and brimstone. But yes, it was all about fire and brimstone, and my family made this idea of what heaven was, and that there was this small little path that, like a tightrope, and people were walking, and I had this picture of people falling to their deaths into the fiery pits of hell. And that scared me. It made me feel like, my chances of getting into heaven were very slim. It was almost like this nightclub. Everybody was, wanting to get in, but there was this bouncer at the door and wouldn't let anybody in. And you had to be, rich or famous, or you had to be beautiful. And it's just like, why isn't it available to everyone? So, I guess you'd say I have kind of an alternative view on religion, God. For the longest time, when people would say God, I think of my father. My father is a different kind of person. And I'm saying that in a nice way. Yes, being gay, I was told many times I was going to hell. I don't necessarily know if I believe in a hell. And once again, I do. If you are really religious and are getting to this point, I'm sorry. My beliefs don't necessarily mesh with yours. Most likely, if you're at this point, you're thinking, oh my God, he's such a flaming queen, and probably hit the stop button. But that's okay. But anyways, that's my thought on religion. I think I've had enough. But anyways, thanks. Bye-bye.